Hey, you guys, welcome back to Storytime from my bedroom, but now it's just story time because I ain't in my bedroom. You guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and also click the bell for notifications. We always load on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If there is no situations or what, complications. Y'all, Friday was all types of complications. I can't even get it out. It was a wild weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are out there in the grass struggling, dealing with the kids, making it happen, honey. Happy Mother's Day to you guys on the late notice. Let's go ahead and get into this story. Now, y'all, this story here is a supernatural story, you guys. So, this story took place, I think my kids were small at the time. Well, I don't think. I know they were small at the time. And we lived in this building, this high-rise building. Now, this was a high-rise building that I seen my dead mother in when me and my ex-husband was up there smoking weed that time, and she was in the doorway with some stockings on and a skirt. That was the same house, the same apartment. So let me give you the layout of the apartment. When you would come into the front door, there was the living room, and there was like a little dining area. And then you turn this way, you turn to your left, there was a little kitchen there. And then you go down the hallway, there was my kids' room, and then there was a linen closet on your right-hand side. Then on your left-hand side, across from the linen closet, was the bathroom. And then next to the bathroom was this huge closet, and then across from the closet was me in his bedroom. Now this closet went all the way back about the same length as the bathroom. So it's more like a closet storage room where you could put like your hamper and different stuff like that in that particular closet. You guys, so it was a few times, it wasn't nothing really weird going on at that time. But I was in the kitchen one time, and when I was in the kitchen, I was cooking, and I told the kids, I said, hey, you guys, it's time to eat. So I come out of the kitchen. Now, mind you, when you come out of the kitchen to go to the living room, I'm turned this way, you guys. I hope you can see. I'm turned this way. And then that way is the bedroom, the bathroom, and the kids' room. And so I see something come out of the closet and run into my room. And I said, hey, you guys, stop playing. I said, come on and let's eat. And so I go back into the kitchen, and my daughter, I think at that time I only had like two, or maybe I had three kids at that time. But Alexis was like in a crib. So she was like super small. So she wasn't coming to eat. It was just my oldest daughter and my oldest son. So they finally came. They finally came out of their room, and they came on and they ate. I assumed that one of the kids had came out of the closet like running, because they would always be in that closet jumping on clothes. We had more clothes and stuff than we had room. So you know how the closet may have started out being clean, but then you ain't got a whole lot of room, and then one box or one laundry basket ain't enough. So you get a bin, and then you get a tote, and then it just gets filled. So the kids, it ended up being technically a dirty clothes closet. So the kids being in that closet was not unheard of. They would normally go in there, jump on the dirty clothes. Why? I don't know why. Jump on the dirty clothes, run, play, or whatever, or play hide and seek. So when I saw something run out of there, I knew it was a small figure. So I'm thinking it was one of my kids. Come on, come, quit playing. Come on, let's eat. But I didn't go in my room to go look for them. So then there was one particular day that I came out of the kitchen. I'm going to the living room, and I see, once again, a kid run. So I'm like, get out of my room. And so I go and sit down, not pay any attention. So I'm thinking my kids are running once again, y'all. We did have a nice sized backyard, but I didn't have time every single day to take them kids outside and let them rip and run. They used to rip and run at the daycare. And by the time I went to go pick them up, they still had energy and they wanted to rip and run. But I didn't hear anything. I just saw them dart from the closet into my room, not paying no attention. So one day I'm coming out the bathroom. I come down the hallway, go into the living room. I get up out of the living room. Y'all, I'm going back to the kitchen. I'm always in the kitchen, but I was handling business. I go in the kitchen and I see it dart again, and I turn my head. Y'all, this time, the kids were asleep. Ain't no kid running in the house right now. Why is there a kid coming out of that closet, running in my bedroom? So I walk down the hallway and I say my daughter's name, because by this time, it's not just a kid, it's a little girl. So I say my oldest daughter's name. I said, Pooh, what are you doing up? I walked past y'all to go to my room, went past my kid's room. Pooh and her brother was in their little beds, sleep with their Barney blanket on them. I looked, I said, oh, heck you know. I said, now I know I ain't tripping. I saw something run from that closet and run in my room. So I go to my room, y'all, this is what I did. I ain't gonna walk all the way in there. Honey, black folks don't play with ghost assistants and stuff. I went in there, flipped the light and jumped back. Flipped the light on and jumped back. And kind of looked in there, didn't see nothing, and I went back in the living room. And by this time, I'm like, okay, then I'm not going back in there. I don't know where he was. I said, I ain't going back in that bedroom, because I'm like, what was that came out of that room, out of that closet, and went into my room? And it was a little girl. So I was like, okay, Sherry, you tripping. So I slept on my couch. I remember that couch so well because my brother, God rest his soul, Wendell, helped me buy that couch. He had good, decent credit, and he helped me buy that couch. It was a green couch, honey, with wood paneling on the side, and it was the cushy seats and the cushiony kind, honey, and it was cloth, and I slept on that sucker. I sure did. I slept on it. I'm going to tell you where my ex-husband was at the time. Well, he wasn't my husband at the time, but whatever. My kid's father. He was at work. He worked third shift because he was working at a restaurant. So another little incident happened after that. And by that time, I stopped in my tracks and I asked him. He was in the living room one time. I said, I got to ask you something. I said, I don't want you to think I'm crazy or nothing. And he was like, what? I said, a couple of times I seen something, like something come out the closet and run in my room. And he was like, oh, that little girl. So, bruh, you been seeing it too? He said, yeah, I've seen her a couple of times. I'm like, what does she look like? Now I'm leaning forward. What she look like? He was like, you really can't see her, like her features or nothing like that. Like, but you know it's a little girl because she got like a little dress on. And I was like, how many times did you see it? He was like, I seen her a couple of times. He was like, I thought it was the kids at first. He was like, the first time I thought it was a kid, but then the second time he was like, no, that wasn't the kids, that's a little girl. And I'm like, bruh. I said, what? Was you gonna say something to me? He was like, nah, I ain't want you to think I was crazy. I said, well, I'm over here thinking I'm crazy. It was a little girl. I don't know why that little girl was in that closet. I don't know why that little girl liked to play in that closet. And I don't know what that little girl wanted to do. All I know is that little girl used to run from that closet. And it wasn't like often. Like what the incidents that I'm telling you are like there's time frames in between there. It wasn't every single day. It was, I can't even tell you how long it was. If I had to make a guess, maybe once every 3 months or something, that you would just see something dart out of your peripheral. And then when you finally catch a wind of it, it was a little girl. I never did get the story of what went on in that apartment prior to us being there. Mind you, when I first moved to that building, I stayed on the 12th floor. And I only had one child when I moved there. But then once I had a second child, they ended up putting me on the list for a 2-bedroom. So we moved down from the 12th floor and we went to the 4th floor. And we had a 2-bedroom. But I don't know who moved out of there. Anybody that had a 2-bedroom was because they had children. I don't know if it was a little girl that died in that apartment. I don't know what the history was of that place. Nothing was ever disclosed like it is when you purchase a home. Nothing was ever disclosed, but all I know was there was like this little girl spirit that would run from that little closet and will run in our bedroom. And I'm so thankful that he saw it because at the time, I'm thinking I'm tripping. And I wasn't going to say anything, but it was starting to bother me because I'm like, okay, all them other little incidents where I thought it was the kids running into my room or whatever really wasn't my kids running into my room. It was that image, that little spirit running in there. After that, we didn't see that little girl no more. I don't know because we recognized it, because we identified it, or we talked about it. We did not see that little girl no more, but that thing will run from the closet to the bedroom. She ain't never talked. She ain't never say nothing. She ain't never messed with nobody. I don't know if the kids were playing with her. Maybe she was some little lonely girl, just want somebody to play. I don't know why. My kids was jumping around in that closet, and it was two of them jumping around. Two of my kids was jumping around, and somebody else's spirit child was jumping around in that closet with them as well. But that little place right there, we didn't talk about it no more after that. I didn't see it no more after that. I left that closet alone. Them clothes didn't get clean in that closet. And if I went in that closet, all the lights was on, and I went in that closet in the morning, and at nighttime, I would shut that little closet door. Like, guess what, little heifer? You gonna run, but you gonna run through this door first, and maybe you knock your head, and I can hear you. Because if I remember it right, the only time she would run out of there was when that closet door was open. Keep that. It was like a little shutter door that closed, and they had like this little metal thing right here that had metal here and metal here, and it was magnetic. Shut that closet door and keep it closed, and keep y'all tails up out of there. Before you mess around, come up out that closet, and you got a whole spirit girl riding on your back with you, like you the giddy up horse. I ain't get time to be playing with no demons around here, y'all. I couldn't afford to move, so I had to deal with it. I couldn't transfer to another apartment because who was going to believe me? They'd have thought I was cuckoo crazy. The first thing would have thought, Sherry, you tripping. That was your kids because you got a little girl. I could see if I had two boys and I said I seen a little girl. But when you got a little girl and a boy, they're going to think I'm tripping. They're going to think I'm crazy because even the person I was with wasn't going to say nothing to me because he thought he was crazy. He was crazy, but he was another kind of crazy, but not that type of crazy. That little girl never came back no more. I didn't see that little girl. I wasn't looking for that little girl. I shut that door. I kept them kids up out that closet, and they had to find another place to play. We don't play with the spirits, y'all. So that's my spooky time for the bedroom. Y'all, good thing it's light outside, because if I had did this when it's dark, baby, we don't play around here. You guys go ahead and click the bell for notifications. We upload on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This week, it ain't going to be no situations. There ain't going to be no complications, you guys. And then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free. It will not break your bank. It will never put your account in the negative. Go ahead and share the video with family and friends, and also give the video a thumbs up. Leave some comments because I love comments, you guys. You know I'm a cheaty chat with you. All right, you guys. Have a great day and have a great week. See you guys on Wednesday. Peace.